Greetings friends and fans of YouTube, it's nice to see you all again. Welcome to another one of my videos. I want to start by apologising. I haven't uploaded in a while properly. Time more than anything. I'm recently a member of a new band, but I'll do more on that at a later point. Everything's a little hush hush for now. And I also work full time, so finding the time to do videos in between everything else is difficult. But I will do the best that I can now that I have the means to. But that's not the purpose of the video. The video today is about this absolute machine of a guitar. This is a brand new Jackson JS32-7 Dinky in the snow white finish. I bought this brand new from Rich Tone Music in Sheffield, United Kingdom for £295, which means that it is considered one of the entry line models of the Jackson range. However, it is by no means, in any way, shape or form, an entry-level player. This thing has some serious tone, as you'll find out. So as with any review video I ever do, I'll go through the specs, I'll go through the tones, and then I suppose it's up to you guys then to determine whether or not this would be the 7-string for you. So the very first thing that I'll bring out is the body. The body is extremely light, and the reason for that is it's made of poplar. Poplar is usually used as a top wood, combines very well with mahogany. Some of you may know I had a 7-string before that was a mahogany body with a burled poplar top. This entire guitar is made from poplar, meaning it's extremely light, there's really no weight to it at all, and that makes it extremely comfortable to play. It has a maple neck. As you'll see here, you should be able to see the grain of that maple just reflecting nicely in the light there. That was one of the things that drew me to this. It has a lovely grain on the maple neck there. It is a rosewood board, 24 fret with extra jumbo fret spacing, and the neck is compound radius, meaning that from the tip of the headstock all the way down to the heel, the neck changes thickness. This means that it becomes more easier to play the further up and down you go, which makes it play like butter. It's so easy to play. It's a 26.5-inch scale length, which is longer than the Ibanez that I had, which was only 25.5, and that means that drop tuning this is actually a lot easier. The pickups are Jackson stock, high output, passive pickups. It has a hip shot style bridge, which is loaded string through body there. It's a bolt on neck, and we have black tone and volume knobs, a 5-way blade switch, and this absolutely amazing Jackson headstock, which as you'll see is configured 3 top, 4 bottom. The tuning keys are Jackson's own, but they hold the tuning really well. Now this I picked up straight away. I actually went for this guitar knowing what it was. Basically because of my new band wanting to play in a lower tuning, I needed something that could handle said lower tuning, so I went for a 7-string. I haven't played a 7-string properly in about 3 years, after parting ways with my Ibanez one. I'd thought about Ibanez again, but their entry models were the Geo series, which I didn't particularly want to touch, and anything else that I did want was above my price range. So this sat nicely, and I haven't been able to put it down. From the moment I picked it up in the store to the moment I got it home, I absolutely adore this thing. So now let's go through some tones. Just for people who don't know how I go through tone tests before, I start in clean in the neck position, I split the pickups, and then I go to the bridge. That gives you a good idea of how everything voices out and sounds, and then I switch to the distorted channel and do the same again. So I'm going to start in clean on the neck position, as always. Now what you're wanting to hear out for is how resonant this low B string is. What I've done is I've got this tuned in drop A, which sounds a little bit like this. Nice and boomy, nice and resonant. For those who are eagle-eared, it's corns tuning. Now, to start with, the neck pickup is very bass respondent. So, in order to get a more clear-cut tone, I have to roll the volume back slightly. So here we go. up just so you can hear the full bass of it. Favours quite heavily in the lieu of the lower string. That's what it's aiming for. And obviously, just for a lead sound. It's a nice creamy lead. It does what it needs to do. It's very thick, it's very rich. And to say these are stock pickups, Jackson stocks, love them. Not as much as ENGs, but I do love them. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to split between the two pickups. So you've got the single coil of the neck and the single coil of the bridge. And we'll go again, and I should be able to do it at full volume this way. A little bit rolled back. Back up and give you that lead. Even splitting the two pickups apart, it's very bass heavy, but given the scale length of the guitar and what the guitar is designed for, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. So now I'll go down to just the bridge pickup on its own. Again, I'll do it at full volume with some volume rolled off as well, and a lead tone. Here we go. Roll it back. Lead tone. Not quite as bass heavy. That actually is very, very helpful when playing on a distorted channel, because it means that the bass suddenly doesn't become the very overriding tone. And I personally prefer the slightly rolled off sound when doing the cleaner stuff. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch over to the distorted channel on my amp. For those that don't know, I'm using a Blackstar ID Core 20, which means I'm only playing through a little 20-watt speaker amp, but it has all the modelling processes that I need to be able to really make this thing sing. So I shall be right back. And there we are, guys. I'm back on the distorted channel now, and for those that want to hear that, bit of corn, why not? So I'll start again in the neck position, and here we go. Nice, thick, chunky sound. Exactly what you'd expect from a 7-string. And I think the thing that helps this is the scale length. One of the gripes I did have about my old Ibanez was that the scale length was too short for what the guitar was made for. Whereas this sits bang nicely between an Agile, which is a company in America, and the Ibanez model at 26.5, which is lovely to play, not too bad on your hand, nice and easy to get round, but more importantly it has that tonal capacity as well, especially for sustain. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch again to the 2 pickup split. Here we go. The lead tone. Again, boomy, but not quite as boomy as when the guitar is clean. I've noticed that when it is distorted, the bass seems to drop out, but I don't know whether or not that's because of the preset EQ settings on the amp, or if it's the way that the pickup's voice when they're distorted. Anyway, now to the really fun bit. So this is the bridge pickup on full volume, full distortion. I'm going to deviate from what I have been playing just purely because I want people to hear just how much of a chug monstrosity this thing is. Here we go. Again with the lead tone. Now let everything ring out a little bit there just so you can get an idea for how the sustain voices in these pickups. It is unbelievable. When I first saw this, I didn't think that it was an entry model. And when I picked it up, even less so. It has so much tone and so much capability for what it is. And it cleans up nicely, bang some delay on it, you can get some of the most surreal and mellow sounding sounds out of this because of the way the pickup's voice. So that's it, guys. This is the Jackson JS32-7 Dinky in Snow White, and for me it's a perfect 7-string for beginners and pros alike. If you're a beginner, this is ideal for learning what 7-string playing can be about because of the way that it tonally resonates, and because of the way that it is to play, because of the compound radius neck. It's very easy to play, very easy to get your hands around. It feels like a 6-string, but obviously if you're a beginner it will feel a bit thicker, but not really badly thick. If you're a pro or an intermediate player like myself, this just feels at home. If you're used to a 6-string, that additional 7-string doesn't take very long to get used to. And for playing Trivium, for playing Korn, and dare I say it, Meshuggah, this is a beast of a guitar to do it with. I thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I'm very appreciative of anyone that follows me on YouTube, anyone that follows what I do. I have a lot of passion and care where music and gear is concerned, and I always feel that I've got something to be able to offer to people. So if this now becomes your 7-string of choice, then I'm glad that I've been able to guide someone down the path to go and get this absolutely incredible guitar. I thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.